guys, so Abby had a question that I just want to make a video about. Thank you so much, Taylor and Layla, for kind of sifting through some of the questions or some of the feedback to kind of get to the bottom of this. But one of the things that Abby said was that her knees were buckling in. What this usually means is two things. Exactly what Taylor said, something's weak. Want to make sure that your hips are warm. Could be a range of motion thing, kind of like the line of thinking that that Layla's probably going through with her last comment. But it's also probably a weakness in your glutes. Glutes are what stabilize your hips, this is your thighs, they're called your femurs. So what your glutes do is they externally rotate your femurs. So when you go through this motion, that is a lot of glute, okay? Just going through this motion. Something just like that, kind of standing up straight at like a bar and just taking your feet and going in and out. Kind of hold it, get a good squeeze with your glutes, relax. That's a great way to warm up your hips. Very small motion because you have to keep in mind that your joints might not have been going through these motions in a really long time. Abby, great decision not to be adding any load. Something I wanted to go over really quick is if you are having trouble with your squats, if you're having trouble reaching depth, do it on a bench. Do like a box squat. So bear with me in my living room, but your feet are going to be a little bit wider than your hips, maybe even a little bit wider than your shoulders. This is all going to be personal dependent, but turn your toes out just slightly. And then this will allow your hips to open up a little bit more. Second thing, whenever you're going down, why don't you put your hands out in front of you first. This helps counterbalance your body. So when you're learning how to squat, it'll help you balance. But you want to break at your hips first. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. You're going to break at your hips first. Then you're going to reach back and touch your butt to a bench. And then stand up. Okay? While you're doing this, you're going to drive your knees outward. That is going to activate your glutes. So hands are forward, sitting back, and you're driving your knees outward, okay? Because what tends to happen is as you're sitting down, your knees are going to want to cave in this way. You're going to feel a lot of pinching. That's going to cause some tightness in your hips. You might be limited to how deep you can go. So as you become more flexible, that might be something that you're limited with. But that's a couple things. Another thing is that if you have any exercise bands, you can either loop it in half so it becomes smaller. Wish I had one on me. I might upload a different video for you. You can put it around your knees and have some tension, and then literally sit down and externally rotate your femur, externally rotate, and you'll feel it in your hips. So you'll really just kind of turn on your glutes. You can make that as part of your next warm-up set too. Let me know if that helps.